Hi guys, today we are going to be working on adding in really what they call solid bricks of information. So all of last week we drilled into you guys about drafting chapters. So all of that is going to come into really good use today because we are going to look at what we call a mentor text. I'm sure you looked at mentor text with Mr. P during the personal narrative unit. And what a mentor text basically is a piece of text that we can use and learn from. We learn really good practices and really good craft moves that authors put into their writing. You can take those ideas and apply them into your own writing. So we're going to look over our mentor text and then we're going to just discuss different things that you guys can put into your writing that's going to make it a lot more engaging. Okay, so here we go. We are upside down. Yep. Okay, great. All right. So, Malala, I'm trying to get a good angle. I'll get better at this. So, we're starting off Malala the Powerful, the true story of a 15-year-old girl who stood up to a deadly terrorist group by Kristen Lewis. Guys, right away, I see really good practices. This author all of a sudden just started with a super powerful title and a powerful caption. Malala the Powerful. All you hear in this caption is that this girl stood up to a deadly terrorist group. You're like, what happened to this girl? It pulls you in. Now I want to read more. I want to see what happens. So let's continue. October 9th, 2012 was an ordinary afternoon in the Swat Valley, an area of rugged mountains and sweeping green valleys in North Pakistan. Malala, 15, was sitting on a school bus with her classmates waiting to go home when two bearded gunmen appeared. "Who is Malala?" one of the men demanded. A feeling of terror filled the bus, and then the unthinkable happened. The gunman opened fire. One bullet pierced Malala's head near her left eye. Two of Malala's friends were struck in their arms. Then the gunmen fled, leaving Malala to die. Guys, that's intense. So, what they did here was they added in a story that's going to capture your attention, which they absolutely did. So now they're leaving this girl to die, and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen to her? I want to keep reading. So while they're teaching you, they're also engaging you. It's not like they're just spitting information and spitting facts at you. They got your attention, you learned information. This is all true, but it's not necessarily written just fact after fact after fact. It might be difficult to understand why anyone would try to murder an innocent girl on her way home from school, but some people in Pakistan do not view Malala for what she really is, a bright and generous teenager. They see her as a deadly threat to their way of life, a person who deserves to be killed. These people, mainly young men from rural Pakistan and neighboring Afghanistan, are members of a group called the Taliban. They believe in an extreme interpretation of Islam that most Muslim people do not agree with. So, right here, explanation. They explain to us why this happened to her and exactly what happened. So, explanations. What I also noticed that they did is in case they put a lot of bold words. So there's a bold word here, vocab words that are important, they put in bold. They also, I'm going to kind of move around the page now. The word defy, they also put in bold. So these are words that are important, okay? So they're adding vocabulary words in bold. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you guys, but I'm going to add it onto the stream though. Onto the link that I'm going to put up. You'll have access to this mentor text. What I also noticed they did that was really cool was they put an image, and not just any image. They didn't put happy smiling Malala. They put Malala after she was shot, right? So they're showing her here with a caption that's explaining that she's recovering in the hospital in England. Something that's going to grab your attention. What I also really liked, and I think is really great practice, is they added a map with a caption. That's a lie. They did not add a caption. They just added a map. I apologize. But they were talking about Swat Valley. So they told us it was in Pakistan and then near neighboring Afghanistan. And then they pinpointed the Swat Valley up here. So you know exactly where this is happening, okay? And now I'm going to kind of just sift through this a little bit. What also they did that I really like is that they did like little subheadings within here. So each section talks about a different part about Malala. So the school ban, how the Taliban banned all girls schools to close. What else did they do that was really cool? Again, a photo with a caption. They also did sorry. They also did this box here, which basically is a box of like statistics or like diagrams with labels. I'm a very big fan of boxes like this because it gives information in a much non-traditional way, and I really like this. Another thing that they did that I wanted to show you guys was here they put a quote. This is awesome because they didn't just pick any quote. So what they did in order to highlight this quote, they did a large photo of Malala with the quote in bigger letters here to show you that this is a quote that really pertains to our topic and really drives like the point home. So even if they come to kill me, I will tell them that what they are trying to do is wrong, that education is our basic right. So this just drives it home that girls' education is a big problem and that Malala is this huge advocate for girls' education, okay? Now, I want to also point this out. So these are the things that you want to try to add. So you're adding a variety of information, meaning the information that you're adding is not, it's not the same type of information. You're not doing everything through pictures. You're not doing everything through stories or everything through lists. You're mixing it up, and that makes it, it's more intriguing, and it's, people want to read it. So you want to try to see if you can incorporate explanations like they did, descriptions, quotes, vocabulary words in bold, definitions, a glossary, maps and photos, text boxes, statistics, observations, lists, diagrams, and labels, okay? All of those are really good practices to add into your text, okay? So this is just one mentor text, and I will upload other mentor texts so you guys can see. So now I'm going to see if I can manage this. Oh, I did it. Okay. So what I want you guys to work on now is basically you are going to take your chapter that you wrote, pick one. For now, we're just working on one. And you're going to go back. You're going to pull up the mentor text because I'm going to link it. Okay. So you're going to pull up the mentor text and see the really great practices that were done here and see if you can implement any of these practices into your own writing. So I'm going to show you once again an example of how somebody did that, okay? So here is a teacher writing exemplar. And what this teacher did was had a draft and then went back in after looking at something like the mentor text and then saw what they could add in to make the writing better. This is a form of revision. So when Malala was young, school was very important to her. When she felt that her local school was not giving her the education she deserved, she changed schools. So the person said, oh, you know what? Maybe it's a good idea to put a quote from Malala here, maybe about why school was so important to her. Because when you give a direct quote from somebody, it engages the person more. So here, as she grew older, so did her troubles. A religious political group called the Taliban began taking over her district in Pakistan. The Taliban does not believe that girls should be allowed to attend school. Great. This is all true, right? But maybe add a definition here. Who are the Taliban? Where are they from? Just like they told us in the mentor text. Down here, it says that she had to keep her identity a secret for her safety, so she used a fake name. Maybe add a story or add an example. What was the fake name that Malala used? How did she use it? What did she do? Okay. Soon the Taliban began closing and destroying schools. So they said, oh, you know what? Maybe add a description or a photo here. Maybe show a picture of what the school looked like before and then what the school looked like after. So there are a lot of things that you can add into your work. So it's just a matter of look at a mentor text, read through your work, and see how you can change it or how you can add new things in to make your writing that much better. Okay? We will be live. If you have any questions, please let us know. Good luck.